Welcome back to Late at Night. This is your monthly night sky tour for September 2025. September brings a real change in the skies. The nights are getting longer, autumn is arriving, and we have some spectacular events this month, including a total lunar eclipse at moonrise. So now, let's dive in.
Hey, I'm late. Yeah, sometimes I am being late, but most of the times I just like to stay late at night.
We start with the sun. At the beginning of the month, in central UK, the sun rises at 6:15 and sets at 10 to 8. This gives us 13.5 hours of a daylight, which will be reduced to 12.5 hours by the mid of the September and only 11.5 hours by the end of the month. Together with shorter days, astronomical darkness grows as well, starting from around 6 hours on the start of the month and rising up to 8 hours by the 30th of September. We started the series with summer solstice, and now we are reaching Equinox. This is the point when the sun crosses the celestial equator and the day and night are roughly equal. The moon starts the month already after the first quarter, more than 60% illuminated. The big highlight comes on the 7th of September, with total lunar eclipse. For the UK, this is going to be a spectacular sight. The moon will rise already fully eclipsed just after 6:30 in the evening. Totality will last for about 20 minutes, and as the moon climbs higher on the sky, it will slowly leave the Earth's shadow. But that's not the end of the cool sights with the moon this month. On the 8th, the moon will sit close to Saturn and Neptune. Then on the 12th, it will pass right through the Pleiades. An outstanding occultation you can watch with your bare eyes, but binoculars or telescope will enhance the view. The last quarter arrives on the 14th, and on the 16th the moon brushes close to the Jupiter in the morning sky. A slender crescent joins Venus and Regulus in the morning sky on the 19th. Then 2 days later we will have a new moon, which will also come with a partial solar eclipse, but sadly only visible from South Pacific and Antarctica. But what's going on with planets now? Saturn will dominate the evening sky, high above the southern horizon. The rings are still at the narrow angle, so they are harder to spot, but right now Saturn remains the unbeatable sight through the telescope. Neptune is close by as well, and on the 23rd it will reach opposition, which is the best visibility time of the year. Jupiter rises later in the evening and gets better each night, which is opposite to Venus that is sinking lower, heading back towards the Sun. With the longer nights, the autumn constellations take over the stage. Look for the Great Square of Pegasus, which marks the season. Just next to it, you can find Andromeda, home of the famous Andromeda galaxy, our nearest large galaxy neighbor. Then high on the sky you can find W-shaped constellation called Cassiopeia. Cepheus and Pisces also rise higher this month, rounding out the autumn sky. Let's check now Leo, so low Earth orbit. The International Space Station begins the month with bright passes in the morning sky. After the 10th, it will shift into evening visibility, with a bright high pass on the 13th September. And that's the night sky for the September 2025. With longer nights, eclipses, and the return of the bright evening planets, there's plenty to see. If you are planning to watch any of those events, please let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like and subscribe, so you don't miss the October night sky tour. Clear skies and see you later!